Kids4Love. It's a project, a mission, and a radio show. Join Deborah Beauvais as she highlights her young co-hosts. Listen to their inspirational stories in starting nonprofits and their life work to help other kids in need. We'll learn from these conscious kids how serving others can heal our own lives while spreading love to the masses. We invite you to join in for spirited conversation filled with creative ideas and possibilities to start your own mission. Let's raise the bar together and cultivate a kinder world by getting inspired to help others in need. Kids4Love Project, celebrating kids that empower others.
And welcome to the show, and I'm the host, Deborah Beauvais, founder, owner of Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, the Kids4Love Project and radio show, which the project is in the elementary schools, as well as the Love by Intuition show. And we have an exciting show for you tonight and today and tomorrow, because if you're not listening this evening, you can hear it other times as well by going on our own syndicated station, Dream Visions, all one word with an S on the end, the number 7radio.com. But right now we're live here at 1510 AM WMEX Boston, where we're reaching local Bostonians, as we say, as well as worldwide. So a while back, we had Joshua Williams, and I was so impressed with all that he was and he started when he was 4 years old, and now he's 14, and we wanted to have him back with friends that he's inspired, and that's really the whole message of the show and what we're doing. And I really feel strongly that's how we're changing the world, is starting with the kids and trusting that the adults will take the lead from the kids, and the generations will go from there. So we have Joshua Williams. He is the founder of Joshua's Heart Foundation. It's a 501c3 non-for-profit, and his primary goals are stomp out world hunger and to break the cycle of poverty. This young gentleman is a CNN Heroes Young Wonder. He is on the BAMI Awards. He's a Presidential Volunteer Service Award. These are all awards, Jefferson Awards for Impact. He is busy making a difference. So we're going to talk with him. We also have Colin, and he is 10 years old, who just started a chapter of Joshua's Heart Foundation, as well as Thalia and Jordon, who are going to join us. They're with us right now. So welcome to the show, everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Remember to speak up. So we have Thalia Castro, Jordon Wong, Colin Wanless, or Wanless.
It's Wanless.
Wanless. Okay, thank you, who's 10 years old, and Joshua, who's 14. So we're going to start with Josh, and tell us what you've been doing the last few months. What's been happening with your foundation?
Well, during the summer especially, Josh's Heart has really taken it a little slower, and we really focused on looking into the foundation, seeing how Josh's Heart really works, and figuring out how we can make it better, how we can become more sustainable by ourselves and self-sufficient. We are learning how to have more fundraisers, how to organize more events where we have higher donations coming through so we can help more people. And really going to the base of Joshua's Heart and learning how, in the end, we can make it a better foundation and we're able to help more people in the community. So that was my primary goal during the summer, which I think we've accomplished, and we've learned a lot during those 3 months. And throughout the next year, we should see most of that come into action. Where we are.
What are some of the things that you've learned, Joshua, in these last months?
Well, I've learned a few things. One thing is how to really use social media more to spread awareness in the community, and that's something that we're going to be using even more now. Another thing is learning how to do stronger and better fundraisers, and the way that we're doing that, other than me planning fundraisers, is we're using our Junior Advisory Board, which is our group of kids that are created to help make a change in the world. And Thalia, Colin, and Jordon will talk about that a little bit later. But basically, we are having them split up into groups, and they're having their own fundraisers, just something fun that they can do in the community, where they can raise money for Joshua's Heart and really show people and bring awareness about different events and different situations that are going on in this world. So that's one more thing that we learned. And we're also doing some other things which I can't talk about yet, but also some administration side of Joshua's Heart, trying to organize that, trying to get full-time staff, things like that, and some new projects that will be coming up soon.
Good. And you recently appeared on The Way Kids See It, a documentary. Tell us about that.
Well, that documentary, I was a little while ago, so I'm a little, I don't remember it too well, but I remember filming it and really talking. It's the way that kids see hunger in different situations in the world compared to adults, and how usually the younger we are, we're more creative, and we don't see necessarily the struggles and the walls that come in front of problems. We just try to go straight to the solution. So it really shows how kids see the world, how we see how we can change the world, and what we should do to change the world.
Right. I love what you're doing. So tell us about the Game Jam, because it's important to raise funds not only for that, but for your foundation. You're coming up on a 10-year anniversary. And we should mention that anyone that would like to donate $1, $5, or more, it can be a young elementary school child who wants to help. It doesn't have to be an adult. But bottom line is you can go on joshua.org, and it's JOSHUAS heart.org, all one word, joshuasheart.org. So tell us about the Game Jam.
Well, actually, I would also like to bring Jordon up on this. He has been our partner, I should say, with this. Yeah. He's really helped us out with organizing the event, planning it, getting through all the details. So if he wants to go ahead and talk a little bit about that.
Sure, Jordon.
Yeah. Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, so this was like one day, me and Josh were just playing some games on our computers, and since usually my parents would say stuff like the video games is just a pastime and I should do something else, but since we do it so much, and so me and Josh try to find a way to use our pastime to try to generate some help for the community. So we came up with an idea of a video games tournament that we could donate the proceeds to Joshua's Heart so we could help more people.
Right. And what is it like for you, Jordon, to give back? How does it feel?
Well, it feels great because I feel very lucky that I was born into a place of more opportunities than some other people. So it just feels good to be able to give back to others that may not have as much as me.
Absolutely. And do you when you all get together, I'm sure Joshua, you like to solve different issues? Do you talk about it kind of like what they call a round table, or just talking with each other, bringing up different ideas to help? Yeah,
it's sometimes, I guess I could say I'm like a problem solver. So I try to find creative ways to solve solutions, such as the Game Jam, the land for charity. I just try fundraising ideas, stuff like that. It's just we come up in groups and when we go to our meetings, and we split off and try to find creative ways to try to get people engaged in actively supporting the community. So it's fun stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
so, you go ahead.
I was just going to ask Thalia a question, but why don't you share what you were going to say, Joshua?
I was just going to say that a big thing about Joshua's Heart that we're trying to do is really find what the kids love to do, whether it's playing a sport or whatever it may be, and using that passion for whatever they love to do and starting a fundraiser with it. Soccer tournament, basketball tournament, whatever it may be, finding great ways to make a change in the world, and then,
right. I mean, even going back to the beginning of that little girl, Alex, I think her name was, that started the lemonade stands for cancer research, and that has grown tremendously. And I think she was 7 when she started it. And so someone out there listening to the show could start a lemonade stand and give the funds to Joshua's Heart Foundation. There's so many ideas and ways that you can go.
Yes, there is.
So now, Thalia, hello.
Hi.
Would you speak to what it's like to volunteer, and is it difficult to try to do that when you're going to school as well?
No, volunteering is very easy. Anyone able to do anything. There's just so many things you can do, and no matter how old you are, even at a young age, and Joshua's Heart's one of the only organizations allowing people as young as 5 years old to volunteer hands-on. It's amazing. And no matter what you can do, if it's as simple as writing cards to put into the bags to make the people feel important, special, or packing the boxes itself, no matter how old you are, there's always something to do.
Well said. Well said. And, you brought up a good point where, it's fun and it fills your heart. I always talk about when you give to someone else at whatever level and how large it grows, it just fills your heart up with love. You just feel good about it. And that's really, I believe, why we're on Earth, is to find, what rings our bell, what excites us, and then use those gifts that excite us, whether it's, reading, giving away books, or crocheting hats for kids in the hospital. I mean, it can be anything. But there's nothing like giving to others.
Yes.
So thank you for that, Thalia.
Thank you.
And so now, Joshua, talk about what you actually do with the monies. I know that you have helped, over 100,000. Tell us how many kids and families you've helped over the years.
Well, we have given out over 1 million pounds of food so far, and we've raised over $450,000. We're close to $500,000 soon, and
wow.
we've actually helped over 50,000 families. 100% of the donations that go to Joshua's Heart goes directly to helping people out in the world, or to making Joshua's Heart better, where we're able to have more events, fundraisers, etc. So it all goes to the bigger change in the world. Really, Joshua's Heart has grown over the years. We started off very small. It grew very quickly through media attention and things like that, through the works of our kids, and it's really just blown up so far.
Yeah, it's amazing, and you can tell with what is happening with the recognition and people helping with all the awards that you have received. You're the youngest recipient of the Champion of Change Award given by the White House for strengthening food security in the U.S. How did that come about? Did they search you out?
Well, some awards you have to apply for. Sometimes they contact us. It's just a mixture. That was 3-4 years ago, I believe, and I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember exactly how the connection was developed, but we accepted the award. We went there. We were on a panel. We talked to some folks, and basically it was a really, really fun week that we were able to really bring more awareness about Joshua's Heart and hunger and poverty in the world. So it was a really good experience. And whenever, you tell people that you were able to, go to such a prestigious and win a prestigious award like that, it really shows people that, you're giving back in the community, and it encourages people to help you give back. So, yeah.
Great. So let's bring Colin in. We've got a few minutes, and we can certainly, when we come back from the break, talk more with all of you. But Colin, you just started a chapter for Joshua's Heart Foundation. What got you interested in doing that?
Oh, well, so I've been helping out Joshua's Heart Foundation for about 7 years now. And over the time, I've just realized how much I've loved helping out and doing things and packing food and really getting into the awareness. So I brought up to my mom, and then we talked to Claudia and Joshua about, because there's a bunch of people in Palm Beach that are just as needy as in Miami. So that's how that came to be.
Yes, and you bring up a good point, because a lot of times we're giving to different countries, which is included. We don't want to disinclude them, if that's a word. You guys probably know better than I. But a lot of times when we look around in our own communities, I know in Massachusetts, there are over 100,000 kids that are homeless. Just in Massachusetts, which is the tiniest state in the union. So there's so much need, and it's, what you're doing, Colin, is amazing. So tell us what it's like to start a chapter. What did you have to do?
So right now, what I've been having to do, because this is like the first chance I've had to doing it. Right now, I've been working on recruiting people and working on picking out the right amount of people to do the job, to make sure that they're really interested into helping out the people and not just to, be there and be bored. We also have to fundraise a lot to make things happen, like basically what Joshua has done over the years. He started off with only 4 or 5 people, and over time he grew to becoming this massive organization/jab. So I'm fundraising and collaborating people to come together right now.
Wow, good for you. And why get involved? What is the importance? Since you said 7 years, which means you were 3 because you're now 10. What do you think is important, or why is it important to start so young?
Well, the reason why I started so young was because when my little brother was actually in Montessori, my mom, Joshua was doing a presentation at his school, and my mom saw him, and I got introduced to them, and I realized that this was a big deal around the world. Around the world and in the U.S. So my mom talked to me, and she talked to Claudia, and that's how we got started.
Wow, I am totally impressed, Colin. Wow. Well, okay, so we're coming up on a break, and I want to give out the information again. You can go on Facebook or Twitter and look up Joshua's Heart Foundation and find him everywhere. His site is joshuasheart.org. Joshua with an S on the end, heart.org. And there's all kinds of information right there on the site. There's a donate button. Again, it could be $1, it could be $5, $50, whatever. But I'm talking with all the kids out there in elementary schools and even high school, where you can do jobs for your parents, or in high school you might have. I know we had jobs when we were in high school, and you can save a little bit and give to an organization like joshuasheart.org. We will be coming back shortly. We're going to be talking more with Colin. We're also going to be talking with Thalia. Thalia, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14, thank you. And Jordon?
15.
15. And do you go to school with Joshua?
Yeah, I go to school with Joshua.
Okay.
I went to Montessori with Joshua.
Okay, so that's how you heard about the foundation and what Joshua was doing?
Yes.
Good. All right. Okay. Well, everyone, you're listening to the Kids4Love Project. You can also hear this on Dream Vision 7 come Wednesday, 4 p.m. and 4 a.m. Eastern Time. That's every Wednesday. And then Friday, 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. Eastern Time. And it's all around the world. And so with that, Alex, you can take us out to break.
Children of the sun, as we walk here upon the earth, to the rhythm of the moon, to the rhythm of the moon. We are children of the sun, as we live here upon this land. Remember we are one. Remember may it be.
Experience a different yet profound healing with Reconnective Healing. Includes yet expands beyond any and all known forms of energy healing. The Reconnective Healing spectrum is comprised of the full healing and evolutionary continuum of energy, light, and information. It allows for healings that are not just physical, not just mental, not just emotional, yet go beyond that to bring healing that includes the evolution of your very being and essence. Deborah Beauvais, trained and certified by world-renowned Dr. Eric Pearl, offers appointment hours at Seekonk Family Chiropractic in Seekonk, Massachusetts. For questions or to set up both distance or local sessions, call Deborah at 508-431-1959. Again, 508-431-1959. Or go to lovebyintuition.com. That's lovebyintuition.com.
It's a child's job to play, to learn, and to have fun. It's an adult's job to keep them safe. Did you know that 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be sexually abused before the age of 18? Every day, families enter the Children's Advocacy Center because a child's courage to tell someone what happened to them. Keeping our children safe starts with a conversation. This is Michelle Aranger, Executive Director of the Children's Advocacy Center. Learn more on how to keep your child safe. Visit cacofbc.org. This message made possible by the Fall River Rotary Club.
Join us on Creating a Spirited Life with Janet Kesenick the third Sunday of every month at 8 p.m. We'll explore the day-to-day moments that puzzle, enlighten, and bring us into deeper connection with our best selves. Find meaning, purpose, and humor while creating a spirited life. This program is part of the Dream Vision 7 radio network.
Tune in every first Sunday at 6 p.m. for Maximum Success, the Coach Bruce Show. You'll learn success strategies to take your game to the next level from performance consultant John Brubaker. Maximum Success explores why winners win and teaches you the keys to peak performance. This program is part of the Dream Vision 7 radio network.
Life's winding path reveals many truths. Join us every fourth Sunday at 7 p.m. for Healing Journeys with Michael Kovarik, where we explore how in the midst of uncertainty we can find inner peace and guidance, the healing energy we receive from those who cross our paths, the mystical realms of alternative therapies, and the power to heal that lies within each of us.
Join Dr. Bernie Siegel on Mind Health Matters every first Sunday at 8 p.m., all part of the Dream Vision 7 radio network. Bernie will draw from his inspirational personal journey, offering us special nuggets of his sacred wisdom. Listen in as Bernie reminds us to be fully engaged in life.
Invite the Kids4Love Project, an enrichment program, into your school, classroom, or wellness center. Kids4Love Project is focused on teaching kids unconditional love for self and others. The project is a journey into self-discovery. It consists of fun, creative tools to learn self-love, like I choose love, I am love, I stand in love, and utilizing one's energies with reconnective healing and tuning into one's intuition for inner guidance, plus connecting to our natural surroundings. Kids who hold love for self do not bully or harm others. Let's cultivate a kinder world that holds compassion for all. Teaching the power of love to our kids is the way. To learn more or to bring Kids4Love Project to your school, contact Deborah Beauvais, 508-226-1723. That's 508-226-1723. Or go to our Kids4Love Project on Facebook.
We are children of the sun as we live here upon this
Project Radio Show. And this is Dream Vision 7 broadcast here at 1510 a.m. WMEX Boston. I wanted to put out that if you go on the Dream Vision site, which is Dream Visions, all one word with a S on the end, the number 7 radio.com, and click on the Kids4Love, you can see that there are bracelets in there. The primary colors, they're for elementary kids, and it says just that, Kids4Love Project. And it's all about teaching the kids how to love themselves. I feel as though that is the key component when you love yourself just the way you are, and that we celebrate differences, whether it's an outfit or someone's hair or the color of their face, whatever it may be. It's all about celebrating the differences and just loving everyone. And what happens is when you love yourself, that's when the overflows for love for every single person and respect, and you want to give back. You want to do good. So those Kids4Love bracelets are $3 each, and you can find them right on the Dream Vision 7 site. And the more that is purchased, the less the cost. So we are with Joshua Williams, who's 14 now, and he is the founder of Joshua's Heart Foundation. And we've got some friends of his. We've got Colin, who is 11 years old. We've got Thalia, who's 14, and Jordon, who's 15. And we are talking about raising funds for the organization. It's all about giving food. They've actually distributed over 1 million pounds of food to families in need in South Florida, Jamaica, Africa, and India. And they're growing, but they need your help. So let's talk about, they have an advisory board, which is needed, a junior one, and that's what I've found with some of the organizations that we've had on the show as you grow. It's great to have kids on the advisory board because you're the ones with all the creativity and the knowledge teaching us. So there's 80 youth, ages 9 to 18, and 5,500 volunteers called elves. So, Colin, did you want to talk about that?
Sure. So, as I've been an elf for before when I first started, the elves basically they come in and they get to volunteer and make cards and help out and participate with packing and distributing, and it really gives them the eyes and what that feels like to be helping out firsthand. So then later they can become more experienced to join the JAB.
Wow, great. And now, Thalia, tell us about the cards. What are the cards are you actually creating, like a greeting card?
So the cards are, you can put a quote or a message, inspirational, so that when people open their bags or boxes of food, they see a little note and they know that they are being noticed, and that it's just it gives them a self-love fulfillment.
Yes, beautiful. I didn't know that, Joshua, that you included cards. I mean, that's such a heartfelt touch. And so so everyone gets to create their card as they would like and make a message.
Yeah, we don't do it. We do it at most events. It just depends on the situation. We do it a lot with one of our programs called Hope Boxes, where we actually give a sandwich, some hygiene materials for the homeless, and we also put in a card just to make them feel better. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And so now let's talk to Jordon for a minute. If you're on the advisory board with the others, what else do you do? Do you all talk about different options, creativity, solutions, things of that sort?
Yeah, we try to think of fundraising ideas that will get other kids to pique their interest, such as we were thinking of doing something at Sky Zone or some ideas like that, like to make them say, oh, hey, this is fun. We can have fun and raise money for people at the same time. So it gets more. I try to think of more ideas to get more people involved in our mission.
Yeah, great. And what do you have, like restaurants, different grocery stores locally involved, or are you going grocery shopping yourselves?
Well, it depends. Sometimes we don't do as much restaurants, for example. We don't do the perishable food and then deliver the food right after. We might in the future, but most of our food that we give out is non-perishable, where we get it from either buying food or donate it from companies, etc., from food drives, whatever it may be. So it's through the money that we get. Sometimes we would buy it tax-free, sometimes deducted at certain places. We get a lot of food from Walmart, Whole Foods, Unilever, different companies that are partnered with us. In the future, potentially some more. And then also through food drives that are hosted at different schools, we also get cans of non-perishable foods from there too.
Great, wow. So, I mean, you probably have everything running smoothly now after these years where at the beginning you're trying to find your way and figure out what to do and how to do it. And it's great to hear that Walmart and Whole Foods are involved with your organization. Well, I also wanted to talk with you or ask you, you've got some events coming up, so share that with us, which ones, and tell us about one of them, and then we'll be going to a break and we can come back and you can share about the other.
All right, so the first one I'll talk about is our meal packing event. October 24th is International Make a Difference Day, and basically it is just a day promoted to make a change in the world, whether it's small or a big change, whether it's opening the door for somebody, whatever it may be, just changing the world, making a difference. So for Make a Difference Day, we will be hosting our International Meal Packing event, where nationally and in some countries, such as the Philippines, possibly Uganda, India, we will be having major meal packing events where we have a minimum of 10,000 meals packed at each place. And we're doing this, around the nation and internationally. So Miami is probably going to be our biggest one, and we're aiming for around 10,000 meals packed in Miami.
Wow. That is something. And so all of you are involved with helping Joshua on these events.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple more minutes. You want to talk about another one, Joshua?
Sure. And then also, we celebrated our 10 years of service this summer, and we will be celebrating our 10 years in March. We'll be having a gala. I don't really want to call it a gala because it's a little different. It's a lot more fun. So we're having that in Miami. We're trying to really show people what we've done in the past years, the people who have really helped us, who have made this all possible, and really just celebrating 10 years of making a difference in our community, 10 years of service.
Very good. And so for anyone that wants to get involved, do they just go to your site and all the information is there?
If you go to our site, you can learn more about Joshua's Heart through everything we do, whether it be the Junior Advisory Board or anything. Go to our site. You can especially follow our social media. That's a great way to keep in touch with us, talk to us. Go to our Instagram, which is Joshua's Heart, our Twitter, which is also Joshua's Heart, and our Facebook, which is Joshua's Heart Foundation. We'll also be having a Snapchat soon, and yeah.
Very good. Okay, so it's joshuasheart.org, and Joshua's Heart for hashtag for Twitter, and then the same for, without the hashtag, for Facebook, correct?
Yes.
Good, good. All right, so let's see. What I want to talk about when we come back from break is how it's changed your life and your family's lives as well, because when you want to get involved with making a difference, it not only changes your life, but everyone in the family. And so we're going to talk about that when we come back. If there's someone out there that would want to call in, Alex is in the house and can answer your call. Our numbers are 617-237-1234. Excuse me, and 866-338-9663. So we will be back in a moment.
The Dream Vision 7 Radio Network presents Kids4Love. It's a project, a mission, and a radio show. Come join Deborah Beauvais and her young co-hosts every second Sunday at 6 p.m. as we celebrate kids making a difference. We invite other kids to join in for the spirited conversation filled with creative ideas and possibilities to start their own mission. Let's raise the bar together and cultivate a kinder world by getting inspired to help others in need. Kids4Love Project, celebrating kids that empower others. That's every second Sunday at 6 p.m.
Take a journey to a place of the divine love within with Deborah Beauvais on the Love by Intuition show every first and third Sunday, 9 to 10 p.m. Our message is love in the purest form. The light within us all is a guide to recall our beginning, to learn to love self and humankind, to feel the higher power of our own divinity. To attract love, one needs to be love. Every first and third Sunday from 9 to 10 p.m. All part of the Dream Vision 7 Radio Network.
Join us every second Sunday at 7 p.m. for Living on Purpose with Carolyn Romano, where we explore the mysteries, meaning, and sometimes madness of life. Let's figure out together the ways we're meant to serve and become the fullest expressions of our most authentic selves. Let's figure out together how to create lives of balance, abundance, and joy. This program is part of the Dream Vision 7 Radio Network.
Join the Mind Health Coach with Leah Marie every fourth Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Come explore with us natural and healthy ways to achieve inner peace, happiness, and an ever-present state of well-being. You're already healed. You just haven't realized it yet. When you're ready, you can change your mind and change your life forever. The power of a beautiful life is within you today. Mind Health Coach with Leah Marie is part of the Dream Vision 7 Radio Network.
The pressure is on. Can you feel it? Life as we've known it is no longer working. Why? We are awakening. The true core self is alive within us now and has a new life to live. What does this mean? How do we live from here? Join us live every third Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern as spiritual embodiment coach and trainer Ambujam Rose explains this mass awakening. Ambujam's direct approach teaches you how to navigate this new wild ride, educates you on how to strengthen your spiritual core, and takes your calls for personal spiritual core training. This program is part of the Dream Vision 7 radio network.
Ask Dr. Love is now on the Dream Vision 7 radio network every second and fourth Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Dr. Jamie Turndorf, a.k.a. Ask Dr. Love, is a psychotherapist, author, love and relationship expert who offers advice and answers to your relationship questions. Hear about Dr. Love's groundbreaking new Dialoguing with the Departed technique that enables you to reconnect and make peace with a loved one. This show is for you, the listener, and Dr. Love wants to hear from you. Call 866-338-9663 or 617-237-1234.
Tired of having more month than money? Maybe it's time to make a change. The Money Nerve Radio Show provides tools for you to manage your money and reduce your stress. Listen to the Money Nerve Radio Show with Bob Wheeler the fourth Sunday of each month at 6 p.m. Eastern. Visit themoneynerve.com to download smart financial tools. This program is part of the Dream Vision 7 radio network.
We are children of the sun.
And we are back. I just wanted to mention, too, again, you can always listen to the Kids4Love Project show every Wednesday, which is 4 p.m. and 4 a.m. Eastern Time on Dream Visions, the number 7radio.com. Also Friday, 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. Eastern. And then every second Sunday at 6 p.m. right here at 1510 a.m. So before the break, we were wanting to speak with each of the kids as to how it has changed their life and their families by doing volunteering and giving back. So Thalia, let's start with you.
Yeah. Volunteering with Justice Heart made me realize how fortunate I was because my parents were always providing me with fulfilling all of my needs, all of my food and shelter, and I realized some other people out there still are not as fortunate as me. They don't get all of these amazing opportunities, and it gave me a sense of, self-satisfaction to know that I was helping all of these people out there.
Sure. Now, what do your parents think of you wanting to do this?
My parents, they're really proud of me. My parents are one of the reasons they helped me volunteer in the first place because my mom was able to reach out to the, founder and everything, and they're proud.
Yeah, it is. And now, do you have other friends or siblings, and have they taken an interest as well?
Yeah, I have a younger brother who's also involved in Joshua's Heart Foundation on the Junior Advisory Board, and I did my own distribution, and all of my friends were able to help and volunteer in that, so they're all aware of Joshua's Heart Foundation.
Oh, great. This is so wonderful. Thank you, Thalia. And so now let's talk with Jordon. How has it changed your life?
Well, joining Joshua's Heart it's changed my outlook on life because, I was sort of born into a bubble where I usually just looked at what I should do for myself to better myself. But after I joined Joshua's Heart, I realized that I'm not the only person in the world. I have to also look out for other people and try to help them because not everybody was born on an equal playing ground, and other people deserve to have opportunity as well.
Well said, Jordon. And that is so true because a lot of times, being a kid, you're involved with, what are you going to do for fun and where are we going? Are we going to the park? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? Are we going to Disney? All those kinds of things. And so to take yourself out of that picture and want to focus on helping other kids and families, you just can't put words to it. It's amazing. So thank you. And what do your parents think of, and do you have siblings and friends that are on board with you?
Well, yeah, I'm sort of driving my family to do more things. Like, they're proud of me, but sometimes I get a little, I try to help out to, like, a lot of people by doing things like I get all my old clothes and I donate them to Goodwill and stuff like that, and I try to find more ways that I can give back because, as I said, not everybody was born with equal opportunity. So I just try to help out more people as I can.
Excellent. And I'm sure that's rubbing off onto everyone. Thank you, Jordon. And so now, Colin, share with us how it's changed your life, and as well as your parents and friends and all.
So being a part of the foundation and the JAB has changed my life in many ways, per se. Some of the reasons it has given me awareness of how many people are hungry in the U.S. and abroad. It's also taught me leadership skills by being a part of learning and recruiting others, and how to speak politically every day so I can get the experience of getting my voice out there and practicing, because in the future it will help me even if I'm working somewhere else.
Right,
it will
that's a good point,
get my voice out there.
You're really getting an education on what it's like to give and to serve others. So when you guys do get older and choose a profession or wherever you decide to do with your lives, you can always incorporate giving at some level or make it the whole purpose of why you're in business. And that's a key thing, and that's my main objective with our station, is to have a platform to help humanity in general. So that is great, Colin. So what do your parents think?
Well, my parents are very supportive of this. They think it's fabulous that I'm being a part of such a great foundation and such a great cause. They're really supportive, and they're proud of me for learning a lot from Joshua in my experiences with him.
Good for you. Good for all of you. And so now there's a Global Youth Service Day coming up, right?
Actually, Global Youth Service Day is in April.
Okay.
So that's not coming up for a while, but for the past 3 years, I've been running it at Myanmar Elementary, and now I hope to be running it somewhere up in Palm Beach, and someone else will take over the other school.
I see. And now what goes on for that day?
Yeah, so what I've done over to help me get the money to get the food and be able to do a food drive as big as this over the years is I have written grants to Sodexo and Disney's Friends for Change, and actually have been a recipient over the past 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
And also, I have been going on PCAM, which is Pinecrest morning show, and I've been talking to my school about how Joshua's Heart is important, how Stomping Out Hunger is in need, and what I've done is I've talked to my guidance counselor, and asked, and I talked to him, and he said that for every student in the lower school, we'll bring in a can of soup or whatever they've assigned. So over like 500 kids or whatever it is in the lower school, I get one item to keep on building and help feed over 150 families.
Wow. Now, when you started your chapter, were you just feeding 10 families, and now with all the work you've been doing, you're up to 150?
Okay, so this year is actually when I've started my job. It hasn't been in the past years. This is my first year in Palm Beach County. Normally I've been with Joshua, and then he's just given me the opportunity to do the Global Youth Service Day along with his jab. But now this year I've been given the wonderful opportunity to be doing a new chapter, the Junior Advisory Board, up and down of an umbrella to the jab in Miami in Palm Beach. So wow. I'm honored to be part of doing that.
That is so sweet. That's so sweet. So now, Joshua, we only have a few minutes, but I wanted to get back to you. I know you've learned a lot in the last few months and the last year about, how to get the word out and get more donations and things like that. What would you say how would you like to leave the show? What would you like to say to the kids and the listeners? Joshua?
Hello?
Yes, Joshua?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Did you hear the question? We've only got a couple of minutes, but I wanted you to, what would you like to leave with the listeners and the kids that are looking to find out what they should do to help others?
Yes. I guess I just shorted out for a second. Okay. But you can still hear me, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to say that if there's one little thing that she can do is, follow our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It actually goes a really long way. It helps bring awareness to many more people and helps make a bigger change. Another thing you can do is just, make a little change in somebody's life, whether it's, open the door for somebody, smiling at somebody, giving somebody a hug, whatever it is, do something like that for somebody. And also just make a change in the world. Just, again, do something. Thank you for your time, Deborah, and thank you for having us on here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, it's been an honor and a pleasure to have each of you. We've got Joshua Williams, who is the founder, started 4 years old for Joshua's Heart Foundation, and you can hear and learn more about his foundation. Maybe you're out there listening and you would like to start a chapter somewhere else, so it's joshuasheart.org, just as it sounds, an S after the Joshua, joshuasheart.org, and I want to thank you, Colin, for starting a chapter and sharing with us, as well as Thalia Castro and Jordon Wong, and all. Thank you for everything that you're doing. It's appreciated further than you could ever imagine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And for everyone out there, if you'd like to learn more about the Kids4Love project and what we're doing in the elementary schools up here in New England, just go to Dream Visions, all one word with an S on the end, the number 7radio.com. You'll see everything there. And thank you for tuning in. And for all the kids out there, if you're feeling like you're down a little bit, especially if you're a little older and you're feeling you don't know what to do, you don't have enough things to keep you busy, you might even be bored, then start a chapter for Joshua's Heart Foundation or start something, collect socks. One of my grandchildren actually did that for the summer. She collected socks. Another one did flip-flops and gave to the homeless. So the things that we can do are endless. So thank you again, Joshua and friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And everyone out there, until the next time, Kids4Love Project.
We are children of the sun as we walk here upon the earth. To the rhythm of the moon, to the rhythm of the moon. We are children
Until the next time, Kids4Love Project challenges everyone to create a way of serving others in need. Whether it's a nonprofit or helping kids in your neighborhood, we can all make a difference. The gift received in giving of self heals everyone and everything on the planet. Let's unite and build a universal circle of kids, all making a difference for a brighter world. Kids4Love Project, celebrating kids that empower others. To learn more, go to our Kids4Love Project Facebook page.